Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Monday, February 19, 2024. And welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. I am your host, Nyomi. And today we are going to dive into a very, very deep topic. And it's about becoming a master of resilience. Becoming a master of resilience. And in this episode, we'll explore on how embracing resilience can transform our setbacks into powerful comebacks, all right? By enriching our journey of personal growth. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. And when we come back, we're going to return. We're talking about discussing on understanding resilience, all right? It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Dr. Will with the Washington Wellness Institute. Here at the Institute, we focus on so many different things, but our biggest focus is modernizing how we take mental illness into holistic wellness and making healing a lifestyle. So, if you're interested in taking the next steps, whether it's a clinician, community member, or simply just a friend, sign up today for a 15-minute consultation. You won't regret it. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
Are you ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling life? Introducing Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi. This transformative journal is your personal guide to achieving physical, mental, and emotional well-being. With its easy-to-follow prompts and powerful exercises, you'll embark on a 90-day healing journey like no other. Each morning, as you open the pages of this journal, you'll discover thought-provoking questions, uplifting affirmations, and space to reflect on your progress. It's your secret weapon to breaking free from old patterns and embracing a healthier, sexier you. Say goodbye to self-doubt and hello to self-love. Good Morning, My Sexy People will empower you to make positive changes every single day. You'll develop healthy habits, cultivate gratitude, and unlock your true potential. Whether you're seeking to improve your fitness, boost your confidence, or find inner peace, this journal is your trusted companion. It's the support system you need to stay motivated, focused, and inspired throughout your journey. Don't wait another day to start living your best life. Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off. Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi is available now on Amazon. Grab your copy today and begin your transformation. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself, set your intentions, and unleash the sexy, vibrant person within. Get your copy of Good Morning, My Sexy People today, and let the healing begin.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and today we're talking about becoming a master of resilience and turning setbacks into comebacks. All right, so let's do this. Let's begin before we even get into the topic. Let's do what we do every Monday through Friday, and that is to do a quick breathing exercise so we can ground ourselves for this very insightful conversation that's ahead of us, all right? All right, so let's start by finding a quiet and comfortable place to sit or lie down. And I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with fresh air and rejuvenating. I want you to hold that breath for a moment and exhale slowly, completely through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress that you may be holding. Now let's focus on your breath. As you breathe in, imagine inhaling positivity, strength, and resilience. And I want you to feel these qualities filling you up from head to toe, energizing and empowering you. I want you to hold that feeling for a moment. Then as you exhale, release any doubts or fears or negativity that may be weighing you down. I want you to continue breathing deeply and intentionally, allowing each inhale to invigorate you with confidence and determination, and with each exhale to cleanse you of any obstacles or setbacks. I want you to feel yourself becoming more centered, grounded, and ready to face any challenges that may come your way. And I also want you to remember that setbacks are not defeats, but they are opportunities for growth and transformation. So with each breath, you are preparing yourself to embrace resilience and to turn setbacks into comebacks and to emerge stronger and more resilient than ever before. So I want you to take a few more deep breaths, embodying the qualities of resilience and strength. And when you are ready, I want you to slowly open your eyes and carry this sense of empowerment and readiness with you throughout the day. You are the master of your own resilience, and you are capable of turning any setbacks into a powerful comeback. All right, again, I want to thank you for sharing this space at this moment, at this time. And if you're new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something we do every day, Monday through Friday, is to help us not only center ourselves and prepare us for the topic of the show in hand, but also it's a part of our self-care routine, all right? All right, so let's get back to the topic. The topic at hand, we're talking about becoming a master of resilience and turning those setbacks into comebacks. And now in this first segment, it's about understanding resilience. So resilience is our ability to bounce back from life's challenges and emerging stronger and more resourceful, right? And it's about viewing setbacks as what? Not as insurmountable obstacles, but as an opportunity for growth and learning. And so today we will uncover these key concepts behind building resilience and understanding how our reaction to adversity can pave the way for remarkable comebacks. All right, so I posed this one question it's about how can we transform by embracing our resilience into powerful comebacks. And this is how it can help individuals to navigate challenges and bounce back from adversity and emerge stronger than ever. So here are some ways in which resilience can facilitate in this transformation. One is to have a positive mindset. You see, resilient individuals tend to maintain a positive mindset even in the face of setbacks. And they see obstacles as temporary challenges rather than insurmountable boundaries or barriers, which enables them to approach setbacks with optimism and a growth-oriented attitude. So for me, I've always been resilient, but now I understand what that resilience means. So let me say that again. I have always been resilient. And the reason why I can say that because I am here speaking with you now on this platform. Now I understand what resilience is and what it is to my life. I understand the different things that comes with being resilient and truly understanding what they are. So the thing is that we all have resilience in us, but now it's about mastering, becoming the master of it and understanding how resilient affect every part of our lives. Okay, do we get that? All right, next. Also, it's to be adaptability. Resilience involves the ability to adapt to changing circumstances and find creative solutions to problems. So when those setbacks occurs, resilient individuals are adept at adjusting their strategies and learning from those experiences and embracing change and opportunity for growth, as well as emotional regulation. You see, resilience is closely linked to emotional regulations, allowing individuals to manage their emotion effectively during difficult times. So it's by us staying calm, by us staying focused and grounded. Resilient individuals can make rational decisions and take constructive actions to address setbacks. So for me now, understanding and knowing what resilient is, it helped me to adjust and be adaptable to changes that just come. Before I will get, anxiety would set in real bad. My body would shut down. It doesn't do that as much now because now I understand what embracing the resilient is. It's understanding that there is change that is going to happen. So if I'm embracing the resilient, that's because I am embracing my setback. But by me embracing my setback, that gives me opportunity to be open to receive a comeback. And that right there that I just talked about, that is a perspective shift. So for resilience often involves a shift in the perspective that allows individuals to reframe setbacks as learning experience or opportunity for personal development. So by viewing a setback through a lens of resilience, individual can extract valuable lessons and cultivate resilience and bounce back stronger than ever. But also what it does, it helps with problem-solving skills. Resilience is associated with strong problem-solving skills and it's enabling individuals to tackle challenges with resourcefulness and determination. So when setbacks occur, resilient individuals are proactive in identifying solutions and seeking support and taking decisive actions to overcome obstacles. And the next one is social support. We talked about this last week. Resilient individuals tend to have strong support networks that provide encouragement, guidance, and assistance during difficult times. So by leaning on friends and family and mentors or community resources, individuals can gain a perspective and find comfort and receive practical help in navigation and setback. And another one is self-compassion. You see, resilience involves practicing self-compassion and self-care. And then during these challenging periods, by treating oneself with kindness and understanding and patience, individuals can build their resilience reserves. They can replenish their energy and nurture their well-being as they work towards powerful comeback. So by embracing resilience as a guiding principle and cultivating these qualities, individuals can transform setback into powerful comebacks. So by harnessing these inner strength, adaptability, and determination to overcome adversity. All right? So all of those things that I just read down, and I even put them in a form of me going through certain things and understanding, I truly understanding what resilience is and how it affects my self-love, my self-care, me growing, me elevating. Because the thing is, we all have resilience. We all are resilient in the things that we do. Because the very thing is that you wouldn't be sitting here listening to this podcast if you didn't have a sense of resilience in you. But now it's all about becoming the master of it and truly understanding how to apply the resilience or embracing the resilience in your life. So now you ask the question, how can practicing self-passion and self-care aid in building resilience during challenging times? So practicing self-compassion and self-care can be very powerful for building resilience during times where during times, okay? So here's how some of the practice can. So with self-compassion, listen. So when facing setbacks or challenges, it's easy to be hard on ourselves. My hand is raised high. We can criticize our mistakes. My hand is up. We can blame ourselves for things. My hands is up. That are out of our control. So what I want y'all all to do right now, I don't know where you at this moment, at this time. I don't know if you at home or in the office or whatever. I want y'all to raise your hands. And I want y'all to say, I am a recovering perfectionist. I am a recovering self-sabotager. I will no longer blame myself. I will no longer criticize my mistakes. And I will from now on have self-compassion of myself. See, the thing is that we have to remember that things that are out of our control are just that. They are out of our control. So why stress about it? Why? All right, also self-compassion, it involves treating ourselves with kindness and understanding and acceptance, much like we would treat a close friend in need. This is something that we talk about all the time. So practicing self-compassion, we can do several different things. It can cultivate a more positive and supportive inner dialogue, which can help us to cope with setbacks more effectively. So, in the beginning when I spoke about me knowing and understanding what resilience is now, even though I've had it all along, as we do, but now it's understanding. Now it's looking at it from a different perspective. Now it's understanding what it is. So if something is coming up and it's a setback, now it's trying to make more sense of it, or understanding, all right, what am I to learn from this? This is something we talk about a lot. What am I to learn from this situation that's happening right now? Let's not even call it a setback. Let's say, what's happening with this situation right now? What am I to learn from this? Because maybe it's something, I skipped a beat, I skipped something, right? All right, the next thing is foster a sense of self-worth and self-acceptance, even in the face of adversity. So even though you are going through this situation, know that you truly still deserve and you are worthy of the best. All right? Even though this is happening, usually we say, oh, this is happening because, I don't deserve it, or this is happening because, no. There is a lesson to everything in life that we go through. It is. And it's about life. It's about learning what those lessons is and applying it into your life. So when you foster that self-worth and you foster that self-acceptance, you are understanding now how to truly be able to face your adversity, because now you're not being hard on yourself. You're going back to your self-compassion. You're going back to understanding that, as well as knowing and understanding that you are strong enough to get through this. Because you know why? We talked about this about a month ago. You know why? Because you are in this moment right now. That you are now sitting, listening to this podcast. So evidently, whatever that hard time was, you were able to get through it. So even if that means what? Go back in your mental and say, what was happening back then? How did I get through it? How can I use that for me today? Or even in the future? Another one is we need to reduce our self-criticism and our self-judgment, allowing us to approach challenges with a clearer and more compassionate mindset. Remember, a lot of things that we do for the first time, we ain't done them before. So the thing is, this is a test. When we do things for maybe the first, second, third, fourth time, these are tests. Know that when people are creating different programs, even creating this platform on this podcast, meaning the system that I'm using, know that they didn't get it right the first time. Probably the second time, they probably had to go years and years and years to be able to create this system that I'm able to speak on. So what makes me think I'm any better, that I don't have to go through a trial run, that I don't have to go through a test before I get it right. So the thing is that from that test that I've gotten before, and I don't want to say fail, I don't want to, but I have to speak some of the language that is out there. So through that failure of that test, what did I learn? That's like taking a spelling test. So you got 10 words of the spelling test and you missed 2. What are you going to do? You're going to write that misspelled word correctly. And I remember back in the day, I used to write it 10 times. I used to write the correct way 10 times. So do y'all understand what I'm saying? This is where to help us to have a better compassionate mindset for ourselves and knowing that life is a test. Life is trial moments. And I'm going to tell you, 100% of us do not get it right. The first time around, the second time around, the third time around. But the thing, when we go through this healing process, when we go through this self-love progress, when we go with this embracing and mastering the resilience, is that we do understand that there is growth, there is learning, there are messages, there are things that's happened that better to enhance our ability. So know that we are able to grow, that there is room for us to grow because we're thinking of it in that perspective. So that makes up where our minds are more compassionate. Does that make sense? All right, in self-care. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being is so essential for building a resilience during challenging times. So self-care practices can help us, one, recharge and replenish our energy levels and enable us to better navigate stress and adversity. So let me give you this quick story. For the past few weeks, the past few Fridays, I've made an appointment and I set a time that I will do pre-post recordings. Now, mind you, I've worked Monday through Thursday, and I understand with me is the exchanges of energy that I have, and understanding that exchanges of energy for me, it kind of drains me. So usually by Friday, I'm kind of kaput. I'm out of it, right? And so, but my excitement for doing, it sounds funny, my excitement for doing more work, and I'm going to say it in a different way, but this is what the gist is. My excitement for doing more work, I forget that I usually take Fridays off. Yes, so I'm going to be very honest with you. Usually I get up, I do my morning show, and then the rest of the day I'm out. I'm laying in the bed, I'm replenishing, maybe reading a book or watching something good. That is what I do on my Fridays. But just the excitement of having new people in with me and doing all of these things, I said, okay, I want to make sure I was that drunk. Remember what you heard Dr. Will talk about last week about that drunkenness, that drunk emotion, that drunk consciousness, that drunk? That's where I was at. For the past 2 weeks, that's where I was at. And my body had to say, no, girlfriend. We have to still do things the way that they are until things changes with you. Meaning on how you apply things in your life. See, because there's still things that I need to work on. And so until you're able to, Friday is your off day. You get up and you do that show that Friday morning and then you go. There's nothing else that you should do. You spend time with your family, replenish, do that. Go meditate, go walk the mountains, go do whatever. But what you're not going to do, you're not going to work. You're not going to stress yourself out about next week's shows. See, some people can work like that, but you can't. See, you keep forgetting that you are unique. You are who you are. So the way that other people do it, you can't do it that way. And see, the thing is that we get caught up in that. We get caught up in other people's identities and how they do things. And what I mean by that is that we look at people that influence us. I, for one, I got my hand up. We look at people that influence us in life and we go through the whole thing. Okay, well, how did they do that? So we go and play by play on what they do in life or how they got successful, which is good to look at their influences, but not to exude it all within us. Because the way that they do it, it won't work for us. Just like the way that I do it won't work for you. We could take bits and pieces of each and every person that has influenced us and test them. You hear what I say? Test them to see if they apply in our lives. How does it align with us? And I say this genuinely when I say this. For all of you beautiful people that listen to the Season of Self-Love every day. Yes, take what I say, but take out of it what applies to you. If it's something about it that doesn't apply, then let it be. Leave it there for somebody else. Does that make sense? All right, let's go to another one. Also, it was to create boundaries and prioritize our needs, so ensuring that we have the resources and the resilience to face challenges head on. So nurturing our emotional health through activities that bring us joy, relaxation, and a sense of balance. It's about building a foundation of well-being that supports our ability to bounce back from setbacks and setbacks. So by integrating self-compassion and self-care into our daily lives, we can cultivate the resilience that is needed to weather life's storms and adapt to change and emerge stronger and more empowered on the other side. So these practices not only help us to navigate challenges with grace and strength, but also to foster a deeper sense of self-awareness, self-kindness, and inner resilience that can guide us through any adversity, all right? I just had to take a quick breather for that moment right there. All right, so now that we understand and know how it's important to embrace resilience so we can become master our resilience, let's take a quick break, and then when we return, we're going to talk about self-reflection and its application, all right? It's your girl, the goddess, NmW&x, here on this Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike from Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
Love Podcast with NmW&x, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Naomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Naomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join NmW&x on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, the goddess, NmW&x, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about becoming a master of resilience and turning setbacks into comebacks. And then that last segment was a very powerful segment where we talked about understanding what a resilience is, all right? And in this segment, we're going to talk about self-reflection and application. So what I want to do is I want to take a moment for a guided self-reflection exercise. And I want you to think about a time that you faced a challenge and how you responded and what strength did you discover about yourself. And also, how can you apply those insights to future obstacles? So what I want to do right now is I want to guide you on this reflection exercise So I just ask for a few moments of your time and your space, all right? All right, I want you to start by finding a comfortable and quiet space where you can focus on your thoughts and feelings. And I want you to first begin by taking a few deep breaths. I want you to inhale deeply through your nose and hold for a few seconds. And then exhale slowly through your mouth. And I want you to repeat this for a few times to center yourself and bring your focus inward. All right, so now I want you to reflect on a recent challenge or setback. Now bring your mind to a situation where you are faced with difficulties or adversity. And I want to consider how you initially reacted to this challenge and how it made you feel, okay? Next, I want you to acknowledge your emotions and allow yourself to experience any emotions that arise without judgment. And recognize that it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling in this moment. All right, now I want you to shift your perspective. Now I want you to think about how you can view this challenging situation from a place of resilience. Consider the strength and the resources within yourself that can help you to navigate this difficulty. Now I want you to practice self-compassion. I want you to offer yourself words of kindness and encouragement, much like you would a dear friend facing a similar challenge. And I want you to remind yourself that you are capable and deserving of resilience. Now it's time to set your intentions for this resilience. I want you to take a moment to set an intention to approach these challenges with a resilient mindset. And I want you to affirm your ability to adapt, learn, and grow from adversity. Now visualize yourself overcoming this challenge. Imagine yourself navigating the difficult situations with grace and strength. And picture yourself emerging from this experience stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Now, as we come to the conclusion of it, I want you to show gratitude. So reflect on the lessons that you learned from this exercise and express gratitude for your inner strength and resilience and a capacity for growth. Then take a few final deep breaths, and I want you to slowly return to your awareness, to your present moment. And now I want you to carry this sense of resilience and self-compassion with you as you move forward with confidence and courage. But I also want to remind you is that building resilience in a journey and each step to take towards embracing your inner strength contributes you to your growth and your well-being. All right? All right, my beautiful people. Next is about actionable steps, and we're going to close it out as well. So as we wrap on today's episode, I want to summarize our key takeaways on mastering resilience. But I also want you to remember that resilience is a skill that can be honed on with practice, patience, and perseverance. So here are a few actionable steps to start your resilience, all right? Your resilience journey. All right, let's write it down. Number 1 is reflect on your past challenges and the strength that you demonstrated. All right, 2, I want you to cultivate a supportive community that encourages growth. And 3, embrace a mindset of learning from every experience, whether it's a success or a setback. All right? All right, my beautiful people. Again, I thank you for continuing to share this space with me right here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And if you know of anyone that possibly might need this or want this or you, whatever, please, send them our way. Forward them over this episode or any other episode that you think that might be aligned or something that they're needed, all right? But again, I want to thank you for joining me on this exploration of resilience. And your journey towards becoming a master of bouncing back starts today. So I want you to stay tuned for our next episode where we will continue to explore themes of self-love and personal growth. And I want you to remember that every setback is a setup for what? A comeback. Enjoy your Monday. Have a great one. And until next time, embrace your resilience and treasure and cherish your journey, and never forget to have the strength to overcome anything. Again, have a good one. Be good to yourselves and one another. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send a light, love, and prayers.